Alright, so we're running Mei on offense here, y'all. Yikes. Don't worry about that wall so much. It doesn't really do too much for you there. This is a very risky place to be. They could just kind of crush you if they wanted. So really no need to use your wall there. I think what you wanted to do there was use your wall to create a bridge between the two high grounds. Okay, so a tip. A Mei tip for y'all. The pathetic climb that is solo queue, especially at the end of a season, it gets pretty wild. So Mei tip, y'all. And people don't really abuse this until like high masters, low GM. I'm not sure why. I think people need to abuse it more. So Mei's damage comes from her right click. That's where her damage comes from. Don't feel obligated. You shouldn't feel obligated to completely freeze somebody before you right click them. If like that McCree had no shift, no stun, he had no roll, no stun. You spray him a little bit, slow him down, and then hit him with a right click. You don't have to freeze him. Just slow him down a little bit. Slow him down with a left click, hit him with a right click, then go back to your left click. No need to freeze him. If you stop him from moving, it's good enough. Or at least slow him. Big wall opportunity right here. Yeah, wall this. 100%. Nice. Yeah. Yeah, you were not wrong, Jay. You were not wrong.
My ultimate is ready.
Keep out of my way. Check it. Objective A captured.
Open queue? How'd open queue go?
Enemy contact. Tactical visor activated.
So you know there's a bad guy above you. You may want to wall him off. Nice, man. You got that tracking down with your DPS. So you have wall. Mei is ridiculously strong in this little alleyway. What you want to do with your wall is you want to separate the enemy Reinhardt from his team. You want to separate the enemy Reinhardt from his team. So all you really got to do here is, well, you can do it from the floor. You can also just step on top of cart, literally stand on the top of cart, and then wall right behind him. Just put up that wall, kill the Reinhardt, fight's already over. That's all you want to look for here. Whoa. So here, the way Mei's ult works, guys, a couple of tips. What's up, Canadian? Canadian ninjas up in here, yo. Do Canadian ninjas apologize when they kill you? Oh, sorry, eh? So a couple of things here. I'm not sure that you needed to ult, but it's fine that you did. You could still be just as effective in winning this fight if you put the wall up behind the grav and just made sure those people were trapped so that they die. But you wanted to freeze them here because it's a nano Rhine, and ain't nobody want to deal with a nano Rhine. So look at the placement of this Mei ult. Mei's ult works in such a way that if you are out of line of sight from this little hub thing, right? Like if you're, see where it is? If you're standing, like I can see it here. See it? It's in the middle of my screen. If I'm standing right here, I'm not being frozen. So that's this entire space here. I can just walk to, and all of a sudden I'm not frozen, and I can just back up and be fine. So that's too much of a gap. That's too much of a gap. What you want to do here, if you do want to use your ultimate, is you want to throw it here. You want to throw it here so that it can freeze out in front it can freeze back in here, and it can freeze way back in here as well. And there's really no escaping from it. By throwing it here on the wall, it doesn't freeze any of this space in the back. And the enemies can walk away, as you can see, they're just walking away. So you want to throw it in a position where it gains line of sight on all of the enemies. And then the last tip I can give for Mei ult, Meis don't really do this until GM. I guess maybe Masters. Its freeze is good, but what makes it god tier is if you left click at the same time. When your ult blooms and starts freezing people in its little field, you need to left click people immediately. And you don't have to sit there and just like hold it. Just literally like spray them for like half a second, good to go. It changes. Oh. What's up, Giggle Fists? That's a cute name. That's a cute name. Thank you for the follow. If you just like, you know how long it takes to freeze somebody if you hold left click? It takes a while, right? Your ultimate takes a while as well, but they stack. So if they're being hit by your ultimate and you just like tap them with your left click, frozen. Immediately frozen. So for all you Mei players out there, how many times have you dropped an ultimate and just watched people walk away? It's frustrating as hell. Well, if you throw your ult and barely tap them with a left click, popsicle. Immediate popsicle. That's how it's done. Oh, yeah, huge horror junkie. Are you the guy who read House of Leaves? What'd you think of House of Leaves, dude? It's a great book. Yeah. Oh my god! So he's already frozen because he was using his ult? Just pop him in the head with the right click. Yes. Clear this for your team. You could, since you know where the McCree is, launched, I have a very big tip for everyone in this bracket and below, maybe even higher. If you guys hear a Sigma, you hear a McCree using his ult, Deadeye, you don't die immediately. What's really important is if you turn around and locate him, then throw one cooldown or, in your case, a right click at him. If all six teammates throw some kind of damage or a cooldown at McCree, he's toast. He's dead. He'll maybe get one kill. Maybe he won't even make it that far. Only like 2 people have to hit him, and he's just dead. So what you want to do is when you hear it, you want to locate it first, and then maneuver accordingly and see if you can block it or kill him. Same thing with like a Diva Bomb, right? You don't die immediately. You have time to reposition. Long days, pleasant nights. Dude, Zarya is the way to go. I'm playing Zarya a lot right now, too. Yo, I'm literally reading The Dark Tower as we speak. I'm halfway through number 3. Literally reading it as we speak. They are summoning Jake through the beam. That's the exact moment I'm at. With the key and stuff. Okay, anyway, sorry. What's up, kitty? Yeah, that's what I've heard. I've heard the same thing. Did you watch the movie? I didn't. So yeah, what you want to do here, you want to do wall once, wall twice, right? Turn it sideways. Put it behind this Reinhardt. If you put this wall behind this Reinhardt, it blocks like this, right here. Reinhardt's dead. Fight's over. If you kill the Reinhardt, the fight ends. We don't talk. The movie doesn't even exist. You know what else is really upsetting? This Stand ABC television show is really upsetting. So disappointed. It was supposed to be like a 6-part HBO series with Ben Affleck directing. That was like 4 years ago. And then alcoholism. Poor guy. And Batman. Yep. This Reinhardt is so far away from his team. Look at this. Look at how far this Reinhardt is from his team. Look at this. Look at this separation. This dude is a mile away from his team. Just walk around the corner, put a wall behind him. Fight over. Fight over. Oh, wall. Defensive. If your wall was maybe 2 feet further in, this Reinhardt's on this side and he dies. Ha! Nice. You froze an ulting Moira. That's pretty legit. Horror film? You want to know which one? I'll show you which one. This one. Yo, Evil Dead 2? For Christmas, my brother got me the Evil Dead 2 poster with Sam Raimi's signature, Bruce Campbell's signature, and the main actress. I forgot her name. It's on the way. I'm hanging it up in the kitchen. Very excited. I love the Evil Dead series. Cabinet of Dr. Caligari. I've never seen that. I need to see that. The Thing is... Okay. So if you're the Thing fan... What do you think about the final scene? Do you have thoughts about the breath stuff? I'm always so curious about people's thoughts about the breath. Like being able to see it, right? So here, once again, this Reinhardt is in Narnia. You can make him be in Narnia. Just put a wall here. Put a wall. Put a wall there. Yeah, a lot of opportunities here to separate. You have ult again. You want to throw it in a position that sees everything, not near a corner. It's all good, Panda. Lurk away. Alright. So their team is doing the exact same thing to you twice in a row now. McCree Deadeye from behind above. Hammer or grab from the front. So you can eliminate the issues from this equation by taking high ground and putting a wall behind the Reinhardt. Just put a wall behind the Reinhardt. And then the fight's over. I like the vagueness as well. Did you just get nanoed? Bruh. Oh my god. Okay, worth it. I think that was a frustration nano right there. Oh no. Yeah, pull your shield down here. Yo, quick question. Chat. Quick question. Did the patch go through for Mei? Can she cancel wall when she's dead now? Is that a thing? That go through? I haven't played her since I saw that in patch notes. It went through? Okay.
60 seconds remaining.
Oh. Are you shooting all the kids' presents? Okay, giggle fists. So one of my professors back east, Victor Laval, horror writer, he has like the same taste and like understanding of horror you do. Very developed understanding. You know what his other recommendation is? His two recommendations were Dr. Caligari and Cat People. Cat People. He's like, he was telling me, he's like, dude, go watch Cat People. You'll sit there and be like, oh, I know this scene. I know this scene. Oh, this is the pool scene. I know this scene. Oh, I know this scene. Oh, I know this scene. I know this scene. And like how so much of modern horror has evolved from those two films. Yeah. Interesting. So you know your horror, dude. I haven't seen Cat People. Terrible, I know. Great dinks. So what makes Mei so good is her ability to isolate enemies and to just wall off people in the back. Oh, I don't really have a. I don't know if it's professional. Just obsessive. Oh, unlucky. Unlucky. What you could have done here in this fight launched when they were running around the corner. Just put a wall up in front of them.
That could have gone better.
You guys waited last night? I was watching Vikings. Season 5 is actually, or 6, part 2 is actually so good. Like, so good. So good. Ugh. Educational, yeah. Yeah.
My ultimate is almost ready.
I want to watch the thing again very soon. You could wall this Rhine again. I think you walled the Zarya off. Nice. Oh, get ready. Shield. Ice block. Okay, you're good. The haunting. Yeah. Classic. Absolute classic.
This is my will.
If you get ult here, you may want to use it. Okay, save your ult. The fight's already won.
30 seconds remaining.
What you want to do here as Mei, you want to play aggressively and reposition yourself here on the left or way over there on the right. And what you do is you run up and you just wall it off. Just wall it off and fight the other side. There you go. That's all you got to do. Dog soldiers. I've heard of that. I don't think I've seen it. Yeah. If you wall the left entrance there, you wouldn't be dealing with this like. You'd only be dealing with half as many enemies, and they would all trickle out. You just capped it anyway. Well done. Horror movies, The Lion King, aka Hamlet. Hamlet with lions. Dog soldiers. Have I seen that? I don't think I have. Nope. Yo, this is Neil Marshall. Oh, dude. Say no more. It's the guy who did The Descent. Okay, I'm in. I'm watching that later this weekend. I'm a huge fan of The Descent.
5, 4,
Very upset about the American ending though.
defend objective.
Descent, yeah, I don't the sequel. Nah, not real. Yeah, did you know in America we got a different ending than the British version? I like this, but you want to be a little closer here so that you can wall off the entrance and trap the Reinhardt. Yeah, I agree. The original is better. Okay. So launched, Mr. Bumpkin. What I've noticed, your wall usage, you exclusively use your walls to relieve your main tank line. You're using your walls to relieve pressure. That's okay, but it is far more effective to use it slightly more aggressively. If you trap a Reinhardt or a Zarya on your side and keep the remainder of the enemy team on the other side, not only are you relieving pressure, but you're killing an enemy. So you can do both if you move your walls like 5 feet back. Oh! Okay. Yeah, don't stay up there anymore. Lion King's my favorite Disney movie. I love that movie. Almost. Good attempt. That's exactly what you want, more of that. Be very wary of where the enemy... oh, they dropped Widow. Okay. See if you can save your Zarya here. Using the wall too defensively. Mei's kit is not based on damage. It's based on isolating enemies with her wall. That's where her effectiveness comes from. Isolating enemies, covering chokes. Honestly, what you could do here, get your team to line up on this wall. Turn your wall sideways, boost everyone up, take high ground as a team. You have so many ults that if you come out of the sky over them, over here, you could wipe the team for free. This is an excellent position for Mei to hold. The choke, the arch choke, the archway, the doorway, like this here, this thing, you can block it with one Mei wall. So usually what happens if you have a Mei and like a Reinhardt on defense here, your Reinhardt needs to play really close so that the cart doesn't come through. He needs to play around in this space in here so that the cart is stalled inside, because if the cart comes through, you can no longer block this with a Mei wall. You play up here, and then you just keep Mei walling. And that's literally how this point is played with Mei. That's all you do. Yeah. So it's even. Very good opportunity to throw your ult here. Wombo. No need. The fight was already won. Either do it earlier, or just sit on it. But now that the card has been pushed through, you can continue to wall this entrance off. With impunity. Like, full impunity. There's no way they're going to touch you. Ah. Perfect wall. More walls like that. Yeah, like, I want to see that one more time. Was imperfect. There's space over here. But did you notice what it did? It gave your team an opportunity to kill this guy, and because the other team was so panicked, it forced them to use 2 ultimates. Yeah, I think you guys die here. This Reinhardt is... You should probably freeze that Reinhardt. Freezing an nanoed Reinhardt is a very big thing for the team. Yeah. Almost got that wall. It was just a little too far from the geometry. Yeah, if you think about like here, this will really help in terms of like Mei's psychology. If you think about your wall usage as kind of like Discord, like, you know, when somebody's discorded, your team is more likely to shoot the discorded target, right? Makes sense. If you wall a Reinhardt off, you can bet your ass your whole team is going to be shooting at the Reinhardt. Same, serves the same function. Does the exact same thing. But it also blocks heals and damage. So yeah, in open positions like this, really all you got to do is just create divisions in the enemy team like this. That's all you really want to do. Just divide them. Divide and conquer. Yeah, don't forget to use your ice block. Yeah, Mei is all about dividing and conquering the enemy team. And farming at range. That's how she rolls. Yeah, she's not very effective. Well, she's effective, but not as effective as she could be, because she can't really like block anyone off or lock anyone in a corridor from this position. Okay, you got the Zarya. Look at that. Look at that. You drop that wall, Reinhardt presses charge. Win, win, win. Now just do it again. Rinse, wash, repeat. What I really like to do, this is how I think about Mei. Oh, I can't see it from here. Poopy. Okay. We'll see these two. See this corner here and this corner here. Whenever I see corners as a Mei, it's a really great opportunity to drop a wall. Like right here. See this like weird path, whatever this is in like the texture? Just trace it with a wall. Put a wall here or put a wall here. And it's almost as effective as blocking people and like locking them in. Why? Enemy teams are going to want to take, they're going to like, think about like playing like Mario Kart or something,
Well,
right?
hello, Mr.
Giggle
Fancy
fist.
Pants. I got news for you, pal. You ain't leading but two things right now. Jack and shit.
Do you hear that?
And Jack left town.
That is from Evil Dead 3. That's when Ash is about to be thrown in the well with the witch. That's literally like as he's talking to something of the Red, Philip the Red or whatever. He's like, "Who are you?" He's like, "Listen, bud." And then right after the witch scene, it's the boomstick thing. And then if you do like a bits thing, you get an Evil Dead 2, or no, earlier Evil Dead 3 reference. He's like, "Good, bad. I'm the guy with the gun." Anyway, I apologize. Lots of Evil Dead stuff. I very much love Evil Dead. Okay, so why is walling a corner just as effective as walling off like a hallway? Think about it in terms of like Mario Kart. Put on your Mario Kart brain now, okay? So if you want to go from here, where my mouse is top left, to way down here to the cart, if you're racing, are you going to go like this? Follow my mouse. Watch this. Are you going to go like this? No, you're not. You're going to go like this, right? You're going to hug this corner. You're going to go straight, and you're going to hug this corner. People follow the same paths when they walk out. So if you put a wall behind someone and they're backing out, they're gonna hate. They're going to be loath to walk around the wall to escape. If they're walking around a wall to escape, they're as good as dead. So if you put a wall along a corner and you cut off their like quick escape route, it's just as effective as locking them in. Positivity. That's what we're about. That's what we're about. Yeah, long story short, a long time ago, I wanted to see if positivity actually got me more wins in Overwatch. It did. I ran spreadsheets for 3 months. And for like some games, I would like harp on people about their mistakes and be like, if you do this, you can fix this, blah, blah, blah. You can make this work. I lost X amount of games. If I muted myself, I lost Y amount of games or whatever. And then if I encourage people like, oh, like great wall, great hammer, great grab, like, well done, you guys, like, let's group up. We got this. This is our game. And like, that's the positive column. I won about 20% more often by being positive. And I think I charted it over the course of like 100 something games. I can't remember. I was just curious. Positivity wins, yo. Okay. But yeah, think about those corners. Think about like the Mario Kart thing. Block their exits. Yeah. Some people insist on being negative, and it's just unfortunate. It's really unfortunate. Perfect wall. Perfect. You were just a few feet shy. Okay. So Bumpkin launched. You're thinking in the right spot. Your thinking is perfect. The only mistake you're making here, if you put yourself on top of cart when you do that, you get a higher line of sight and you can be more discerning about where you put the wall. So jump on the cart. Jump on the cart. Also, one thing I've noticed that you're doing, when you press E, it shows you where you're going to put the wall, right? It puts that little highlighter on the ground. Press E and give yourself a moment to figure it out. Don't just press E and then immediately click, which is what you've done like for every wall you've dropped. Press E. You have an unlimited amount of time to decide. It shows you where it's going. Drop it. Make that decision. House Party Harry, what's up? Thank you for the follow. But yeah, press E, get that visualization of where you want it to be. Get yourself a little bit off high ground or on high ground. What I usually do is I just jump. I just straight up just jump. I'm like, like where do I want it? Because if you're on the ground, it's really hard. It's like you move 1 pixel and it's back 20 feet. you put yourself on high ground, you can really decide where you want it to go. So pull it out. Think about, maybe keep it in, but press E, and then decide where you want to drop it. Narcosis. Narcosis. I'm adding this to my list. I've heard Subnautica's good. I have, okay, I've got this. I've got Amnesia Rebirth and Outlast 2 on my computer to play on stream. I haven't played either. Very excited. What's up, Optimal? Okay, I gotta check it out. Thank you for the rec. If you have any more, please hit me up. You got the punch in. So the wall there is a little messy. They just ran at you with Nana. Yeah. So here's another thing. So when you run out, look at what they see. They're pushing payload. This is like what their job is here. They want to push payload and win, right? You have ultimate. Watch what they see. Watch what they see. Watch. Oh, here comes Mei. They're already done fighting here. There's nothing going on in this space. You're over here. You've used ultimate. They're going to make one of two decisions. Are they going to go forward or are they going to go backward? They can make either decision and both are correct. You want to, if you can, trap them before you drop your ultimate. Watch. How comes your ult? This guy's out. She's not even in it. She pieced out. Reinhardt's not even in it. Neither is Zarya. So teach yourself that if you're lobbing your Mei ult at any given point, it's a feels bad. You want to almost always be throwing it down at your feet. You want to make it bloom as quickly as possible. Like literally nobody. This was basically a zoning Mei ult. Nobody was stuck in. Holy hell, Optimal. How's that feel, dude? Ash? 68 elim game? You joking, were you playing Ash? That's one of those games where it's like 20% of the games you play, you just can't win. And that's what that sounds like. Yeah. Yeah, it's just one of those games that you're literally like... The deity in the sky is like, this is an L. I do not care. L. Also, how dare you not get 69 elims? Mega disappoint. Alright. What's up, Larai? Yeah, one off. I actually don't know if I've ever gotten... I think my highest is like 60, 62 maybe. Okay, Junk Tech. Happy New Year. See, Optimal. Do you remember when we looked at your VODs and I was telling you that like the things you're doing in this bracket aren't being rewarded, but when you climb into the other brackets, they will be? You are now beginning to experience it. You Jokin has the same thing to look forward to. His Ash is also bomb. Once you guys climb out of your brackets that you've been stuck in for a while and you get better teammates, they will reward your play with equally good play. And you'll find that the game literally gets easier. It sounds ridiculous, but your job, like if you're like a 3K player stuck in a 2K player bracket or whatever, you're trying to do so much to get the win. You have to do so much. You have to, like, there's so many holes in the hull of your boat. You have to plug so many holes so you don't sink. But if you're a 3K player and you're playing in a 3K bracket, you don't have to, those holes don't even exist. So you can just do your thing. And it just gets better from there on out. But then at the very, very tip, like 4600, it's insane. You like cannot miss a shot. Otherwise you'd lose. It's like really weird. But the game will get easier for you. And Happy New Year, guys. Happy New Year, Larai. Welcome back to the stream. We're just chilling here today, literally, with a Mei. So Junkrat Tech. I really don't ever do the doorway things anymore. I just don't. Everybody sees it coming. Whatever. You can do it if you like. Whatever. It's up to you. But here for King's Row. So here's some Junkrat tips for all you guys out there. Okay. And it really separates like the god tier junks from just the really good junkrats. So look for dark spots on the floor. Look for dark spots in doorways. Ask yourself, how many times when you walk through a doorway in this game do you look at the floor? It's probably 0. It's 0 for me too. So abuse dark spots in doorways. Don't put the trap literally in the doorway. Put it outside around the corner. Like this is a doorway, right? If you put your trap here, it will leap out and hit people here. They don't have to walk over it. It's not like a bear trap. It has an AoE. It has an AoE. You ever seen a trap like leap out and grab somebody? It's crazy. So put it in dark spots behind doorways. That's number 1. Number 2. This is a huge space. How are you going to get someone onto this trap? Well, think about what it's like for you if you're pushing through this joke and there's just this volley. There's this volley of Junkrat grenades coming at you. What do? You're going to walk in such a way that you don't get hit by that volley, right? Well, if that Junkrat is really thinking hard, he can corral, he can organize the flow, the enemy's flow, like where they walk, where they go, by filling a space with grenades. Because they're going to want to push the choke here, but not eat grenades. So if you put your trap here and fill this left side with grenades, they're going to walk through here. They're going to walk through here. And they're going to eat your trap for free. That's 2. And if you really want to take it up another level, don't shoot your grenades on the floor. Shoot them in the sky. That way when you're corralling people, you're organizing the flow of the battle, their eyes are trained on your pipe bombs. They're not looking at the floor. So it guarantees your trap does work. Junk tech. And that'll get you to like 44. Okay, maybe not 44, but it'll do some wonderful things for you. Ooh, my turn. My turn. Oh yeah, there's lots of Mei stuff, Larai. There's some Mei stuff for sure. Dude, Mr. Clean, you always apologize. San, do not apologize. You have your own life, it's all good. Actually, let me see this. This is legit. This is straight up legit. Look at the pathway of these grenades, guys. Look at this pathway. This is legit. You're covering their entrance twice over. It's like Moira orbs, right? So you're covering this space and you're covering this space. So this looks like researched tech to me. I've actually never used this in my life. I think this may be snow map only, because the snow here, it's not there for you later. This is some like 4700 Junkrat tech right here. That's what this looks like to me. That's legit. What I do, my go-to on this map, I stand here, sometimes in hotel. And if I do hotel, I shoot here off this wall. And if I'm standing out here, I shoot the marquee. The marquee right here. And it just annihilates teams. This is pretty legit. Through Discord is definitely the easiest. Absolutely. Grenade rainbow, pretty much. Do you guys notice how on the first bounce is super high off of Junkrat? That's always something you need to like learn how to manipulate. You didn't used to be there, but it's in the game now. So you need to abuse it. Okay. You're trying to hit that widow? Don't shoot at her like that. If you literally aim above her and hit this building, think about where she's looking. Think about where she's looking and what she's doing. If you hit this building here, the grenades will bounce and hit her from behind. Or hit other people from behind. Because they're like, oh, the grenade's over me? I don't have to worry about it anymore. Guess not. Bounced into me. If you just try to bounce into them from the front, they're going to dodge it. Use the backboard.
60 seconds remaining.
That's actually an exquisite pixel. I am going to steal that. Great play so far. You're in the queue right now, my man. Pretty sure you're there. I think I even have you labeled for a number. You probably won't be today, though. I don't think. I'll check. How's your new year, dude? Happy New Year, guys. We made it to 2021. Huge congratulations to everybody. Okay. Your trap isn't down. They're running a Reinhardt. Your trap, see down there in the bottom corner? Your trap should always be down. Always, always, always. You want a tip on how to deploy trap? Well, aside from put it on dark spots, don't just throw your trap. Throw your trap while you're shooting. That way it's less discernible for the enemy team. Always think about what they can see. Think about what they can see and what they're processing. If they're seeing you shoot grenades, half of them aren't going to notice you throw a trap. What also makes it super good, see where you're positioned right here? You're behind the Reinhardt silhouette. Walk up to him, throw your trap at his feet, and tell him. Be like, I've trapped your feet. Back up about 5 feet. Like, guide the enemy Reinhardt into the trap. The enemy Reinhardt's not going to see it. If you walk up to this Reinhardt on your team and you throw your trap at his feet, guarantee you the enemy Reinhardt's not going to see it at all. That's a free kill. I do that all the time. All the time. Aggressive traps are stupid good. Oh, you main Junk? Yo. Yeah, Junk was my first OG. Well, this was second.
10 seconds remaining.
Yeah. 3 targets you never want to go for with Tyre. Zarya, Moira, 4. Zarya, Moira, Mei, Reaper, Roadhog, Orisa. Only go for those targets if you get visual confirmation that they have used their ability that keeps them alive. Vape, Wraith, Fade, Bubble. Make sure that you've seen them waste their abilities before you go for them. Otherwise, you're not going to get a kill. Junkrat. Yo. That's a great name. Okay. You know your bounce angles, dude. I use that exact same pillar. Right there, should probably have bounced him with a shift grenade. Excellent. Relax, relax. Yeah, you haven't used trap yet. Yeah, pull your trap out immediately. Draw. Okay, another thing. So a lot of folks, dude, every time I play a game and I get a draw, everyone on my team is like, such a waste of time, blah, 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 blah. Yo, a draw is not a bad thing. A draw, I mean, do you go to Vegas, right? You go to Vegas and you walk out with the same amount of money you walked in with. Is that a loss? No. No. A draw in Overwatch is just as impactful, right? If you lose that game, you have to win the next game to regain that SR. A draw means you don't have to spend an extra game to get back your SR. It's never a waste of time. You've effectively played 2 games in 1. And one of them you lost, one of them you won. So it's never really a bad thing. Always be thankful for a draw. I swear to God. Good night, Giggle Fists. Thank you for the Rex as well. I will probably be playing that game and I'll probably check out that movie this weekend. I didn't know that the guy from The Descent did other horrors. That's great. That's great. That's great. Yeah. Cheers, man. You take care, okay? Happy New Year, Shivy Pivy. Yeah. Okay. So launched. I know there was a lot. There was a lot in this VOD. Like, I went over a lot. I paused a lot. I think this thing was like literally over an hour long. Big takeaways for your Mei and your Junkrat. Okay, for Mei. Number 1, give yourself even like 3 or 4 feet of high ground. Stand on a cart, jump, do what you can. Use your wall Pull out your wall, press E, then aim it with your mouse. Decide where you want to put it because it'll highlight where it's going to go, and then drop it. That will change your game overnight. And look to isolate their front line, their Reinhardts, the Sigmas, the Orissas. Try to isolate them from the back line. That is your main goal. That's how Mei gets value in this game. You don't necessarily have to line up your wall with the geometry to like perfectly capture people. As long as you just frame enemies with a wall, that's good enough. That usually gets the job done. There's some other legit tech you can use. Like one that I really like to do is I'll put up a fake wall, tell my team like, follow me, we'll charge into the wall. When both teams are meeting, you put a wall up, you're running at the wall, you pull the wall down, and all of a sudden your whole team is there and you can like kill 3 people for free. There's some like fun stuff you can do with that. But that's number 1. Give yourself slight high ground. Look to isolate the front line from the back line. You don't have to get just one person. You can get 2. You can get 3. It's fine. If you divide the enemy team, you have effectively conquered them. That's number 1. Number 2, when you throw ultimate, spray left click a little bit. It immediately freezes people. If you just use your ultimate, people can walk away. Ultimate, left click. Number 3. What's up, Icy? How's that heat sink doing, dude? Number 3 on Mei, never stop right clicking. Never stop. You need to farm. And that's about it. Those are the Mei suggestions. Junkrat, same thing. Tape this sucker down. Never, ever stop left clicking. Do not ever stop. Never. ABF, always be farming on Junkrat. Never stop left clicking. That's number 1. Number 2, please use your trap. Please. It's like a 5-second stun. And it lets you know that it's captured somebody. It's amazing. That's number 2. Number 3, with your tire, go for targets you know that you can kill. And if you want to go after a Zarya, a Moira, a Mei, a Reaper, a Hog, a Rissa, if you want to go after one of these targets who they have some defensive capability and you can't really kill them all the time, get visual confirmation. I want you to see that they've used their cooldown, then go for it. Then go for it. If you just like wantonly throw your tire at somebody, they're going to be fine. They're going to be fine. You got a new one on the way? I thought you were making one on your own. But great play launched. Just a few things you can change with your Mei and your Junk, and you'll be god tier. You'll be god tier. And that high ground first point defense Junkrat pixel you were shooting, I think maybe one of the best Junkrat pixels in like the entire game. I was seriously impressed. That's something that like you could clip that and send it to Viral and PvP Twitch, and they'd be like, me use, because I'm using that. Thank you very much for that. I don't know if that was studied or whatever, but damn.